Welcome to Ministry of Hygiene's gaming channel. I'm your host, the Minister of Hygiene. We'll be going back to Blood Bowl 2 today with my Wood Elf team, the Hornrimmed Crooners, up against a team of Skaven. And this is taking a little bit to load. Don't want to tell you who they are just yet. Actually, it's because for whatever reason I can't remember off the top of my head. Parks and Ratreation. That's why, because it was hard as hell to pronounce. Now, I actually happened to outpoint this guy, so he was able to get some Bloodweiser babes. He looks like a pretty basic team. Here's the Hornrimmed Crooners, old Blue Eyes, and there's Louis Armstrong, and we got they're all here. Yay! Okay.
Against the Skaven is never
now, normally, he chose to receive, so I'm not going to put a lot of people up front, which is actually a good thing to do in these games. But let's take a view and see who we got. He has no reserves. Okay. He's got, looks like basic names, I'm pretty sure. He doesn't appear to have any... yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just a base team. You know, he bought Bloodweiser babes, but if I was him, I would have actually invested in... Oh no, he did get apothecaries. So he's got a Rat Ogre, 2 Skaven, Storm Vermin, a Gutter Runner, and a Thrower, which is actually a pretty good combination. To try to maximize your potential but get your points, because you got your 3 toughest guys here you need for Skaven, because they just aren't very tough. You got your scorer and the one guy who throws to get stuff to the scorer. And here I am leading with old Blue Eyes in the middle, of course. He's got a 6 strength. The Rat Ogre's got a 5. Means he's got to try to double up on me. Now, the Rat Ogres do have Frenzy, so even though I'm putting this guy here, he can't really... There's no way he's going to be able to push him off the pitch, even though he's only 1 point away, because he's standing right here. You can't hit him from this angle. He'd have to hit him from this angle to do Frenzy to push him off the pitch, so I don't have to worry about that, and I did the same over here. Now, if I put him up front on the one off from the pitch, that'd be dangerous, because Rat Ogre could just go bam, knock him right off, and I'd lose the man. Which, my last game, if you guys watched that Dark Elf game, I didn't do, because I was being an idiot. Okay. I was just having a bad day. Hornrimmed Crooners get an extra team, reroll this half, woot woot. Sometimes it's worth it to invest a couple thousand in your bonuses for coaches and fans, especially when you're a squishy team like this, because man, having that people injured on your side or invade the pitch is real killer. I mean, you guys saw what happened in the last game with these guys. I had to have my guys taken out. There was no way I could stop the man. Okay, push everybody back, and then old Blue Eyes, and I stood firm. 90 below, but old Blue Eyes is stunned. He is stunned. No. Now, he hasn't used his Blitz yet. I think he's going to try to take out the War Dancer. Oh, no, he's going for a pass first. Which is actually kind of dangerous, because these guys aren't as good as Gutter Runners is catching it. Now, the big problem is he has a Gutter Runner. If he's building the cage there... Oh, there he goes. He just tried to run in and out too much. He needs to break the line first before his gutter runners can go through. At least put some hole in it. And leaving one as a part of your cage, that's just silly. And here's why. Exactly. I got 2 dice on him. Everybody gets 2 dice on him, but other gutter runners and... I mean, there's very few characters that have a 2 strength, but gutter runners do. And all it takes is my War Dancer to smack on him. Now, he is in a slightly dangerous spot. However, it's going to be hard for that Rat Ogre to get over there. And yet wild animals. So, it is a bit of a risk. But, I don't think it's too bad a one. I should have probably moved him in one more. So if the Rat Ogre tried to run across, he couldn't. So keep in mind stuff like that. Just one closer, that Rat Ogre would not have a chance of getting him at all. So let's see what he does. Well, the Rat Ogre's not going to get him at all now. Using his Storm Vermin. That, and then run that way. That's, I'm not sure if this guy's, I don't think he's very familiar with Skaven. Skaven aren't like elves. You can't run like that all the time. But I'm better off hitting the guy, hitting the War Dancer. And there it is. Ball's right there. Awesome. Now he's already down. He's got 2 guys off the pitch, so he's down to 9 guys. And although one is still a Red Ogre, and he's a bad mofo. And unfortunately, old Blue Eyes is not standing up, which sucks. He hasn't stood up twice. I just love that flipping crap. That's awesome. Ah! Okay. I'm hitting it, trying to move them away so they're not up against the ball. And then move him up to help protect the War Dancer. Now the War Dancer, with block and dodge, is going to be very difficult to take out. Now there's no way the Rat Ogre can get him, so I'm not worried about Frenzy knocking him out. Basically I'm trying to get it to where only their thrower has a chance to hit him, and 2 hit him. That sucked. Two attacker downs in a row. But I want to make it so his thrower is the only one who has a chance to hit him. First off, he has to make a 67% chance of getting hit when he blitzes. And then on top of that, he's only got a 1 in 6 chance of actually knocking Ray Charles down. So. And. Oh yeah. What? What's that? Did he concede already? Oh yeah. And then the guy conceded right off. I mean, he didn't even try it. I don't think he was really down that bad. He still could pull it off. He was just kind of using him in an unfamiliar way. And I know this video is short, but I played another game after this, and the guy conceded almost just as fast. I mean, I don't know. I don't... I know it's a new team he's playing with, but man, you need that SPP. Even if you lose, there's a decent chance the Skaven, you're going to put some goals in if you play him right. He wasn't really playing him right. He was playing... I think this guy has played more elf teams. And he was treating them a lot more like elf teams. But, Skaven aren't really elves. They're not really elves. If you try to play them with the same tactics, it doesn't quite work.
Have you looked at face?
I actually do a lot more bashing with my Skaven team than some do. Because I like to push people around with my Rat Ogre, and that's a big part of my defense is my Rat Ogre taking people down. My offense is basically mostly the Gutter Runners and Storm Vermin. Rat Ogre's a great defensive unit, and he's just there to bash people around, really, on offense. I don't use him as much for the offensive line, unless I'm just really need to push something. And he's got a lot of dudes in one area. So, because I have used him for that, but he's not reliable enough to really be good on the offensive if you have to have a blitz push a guy out of the way, period. But yeah, if you don't have SPP, you don't get the skills. You don't get the skills, you can't get the abilities. And you don't have the abilities, Skaven don't work so well. They need the abilities, especially on their gutter runners to score. You know what? I forgot to level this guy up. So I like to do that while you guys watch. You can see what my choices are. Now he's a lineman. He's just a straight up lineman. General agility. And frankly, I'm gonna get a skill, general or agility skill. That's it. Now let's see what I have. I have only 2 guys with block. So I want a guy with block to get up there with old Blue Eyes. So he's gonna get block, and he's gonna be one of my men that's literally on the line because he's a lineman. So there he is. Bam. And there we go. Let's see. Do I have time enough to buy another teammate? Or should I go for the reroll? Well, I don't actually have enough for a reroll. Let's see what happens if I try to buy a player. What player do we got? We got catchers. We're pretty badass, but I'm using my war dancers for them more than anything else right now. They're 90 grand, so take every dime I have. I already have 1 thrower, so 90 grand for him seems a bit redundant. I have 5 spots left, actually, so really, if I don't buy a catcher or a thrower, and I'm going to pass on that. One thing is my, it says up here, all gold beyond 150,000 gold pieces counts for the team value. So, my team value hasn't actually gone up, other than for skills, much. And that means I can actually get more inducement points for free if I play, and limited inducement points for characters well below. And you'll see why that's kind of important in a Skaven game that should be showing up after this one. Keep an eye out for that. And thanks for watching. Have a great life.